Today on the channel, we will be reviewing the Fantastic Four Retro Marvels The Thing. So a few years ago, Marvel Legends went ahead and released a retro line for a lot of their 6-inch figures. They went with the Fantastic Four here, and I had to pick up The Thing. Now, I'm more of a Thing fan than I am the Incredible Hulk, though. I don't know why he just is, though. This is a retro line. In fact, right there, you can see the Fantastic Four right here. The look of the artwork on the packaging screams that 90s. Even looks like that 90s cartoon show. On the back of the packaging, you can tell the artwork still continues through here. It looks really good. I got a little bio of the Thing here. It shows you can swap ahead. Also shows other figures in the line. Mr. Fantastic, Invisible Woman, Human Torch, Psycho Man, and High Evolutionary, which was actually in recent Guardians of the Galaxy here in 2023. Really good villain for the third installment of the Guardians of the Galaxy show. But other than that, though, everything below that is just your standard Hasbro packaging, all the legal work and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and open this up. Another thing here about the packaging, it looks really good right here. It's really solid. You can stack your characters up if you don't want to take them out. I bought two of these a while back ago. They're super cheap right now. I mean, I should have bought them when they came out, but to be honest with you, I was not collecting Marvel Legends at the time. I have a lot of collecting hobbies I do. So this right here just wasn't on necessarily my list at the time. So let's go ahead and pull this guy out. And this is kind of like a nice little thing I can maybe put on the shelf and put the Thing behind him. Make it pop. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and pull him out here. Ooh. I did not expect this right here. All right, so we got a set of... This is a really cool surprise to actually get two fists added with it, because the packaging, when I got it, I didn't think there'd be anything else but an extra head, but I don't care, man. I'm going to take it for what it's worth, though. So, I didn't find any strings or anything ties holding it down, so let's go ahead and pop them out. Yeah, he's just going to come right out, which is nice. So right out of the package, the Thing is staying pretty decent, though. He's got those big feet there, though. He's got this neutral expression, almost kind of like a hun kind of face to him. For the most part, though, let's zoom in here on his eyes. His eyes are pretty detailed, pretty good, though. And it's kind of got like a little brow going. Now, his coloring is a little off. It's kind of a mix between a little bit of tan, a little bit of orange. Kind of looks more or less like a little bit of shading technique they're trying to use. But here on the arm, it kind of feels like it doesn't really transition that well. There's a little bit on his toes, too. But this isn't like anything bad. For the most part, he is a little tan looking versus like an orange looking. But if I remember right, and if this is based off the cartoon show from the 90s, this should be pretty on par with it, though. There's a little defect right here from the factory. And on the back, the shading, I think, works a lot better, though, because right across his back and his shoulders right here, you see the color change. Got a little mark right here, but that ain't too bad, though. And you can see his feet. Looks pretty decent. So let's go ahead and get into probably one of the most important things on any action figure, and that is the posability here. We got wrists that move, and they move a little bit back and forth. Looks like the elbow should move a little bit, though. It's a little stiff out of the package, which I understand. There's not a lot of movement to it, though, but we'll see if it kind of... Actually, that's pretty good grip right here. It's kind of almost scary with that open mouth. Let's check his head, though. Does swivel, doesn't go back. No, it does go up and down a little bit. So yeah, super cool there. Now let's go ahead and check the knees out, the feet. The feet are really good, though. I tested them out earlier when I was posing them. Knees bent a little bit, and for the most part, it's not that stiff, really. Just a little bit in the elbow, but most of all, overall, it still works pretty good, though. You know, just... I call it the stand test right here. Let's go ahead and just move his legs a little bit like we were kind of playing with it. And let's see if we can get him to stand. Boom! Got him to stand. So that's a win right there. So I went ahead and swapped out his head for his angry face. And his angry face is on point, though. This one right here, this is the keeper. I think I might keep this one most of all. The fists work really good, though. As far as, like, in proportion to the rest of his body. Like... When I see these figures here with joints, like, this is kind of a letdown, but this is kind of a must if you want the waist to move, and, you know, you're going to get these little gaps here and here. The fists do show a little bit of gap, but for the most part, you know, I can live with it, man. I love it. For my final review, I'm going to go ahead and give this action figure 4 out of 5 stars. Just a few things I'm taking away from it, though. Mostly is the shading is a little wrong from here to here. It should have really kind of followed this line like it did, coming from the shoulder to the upper back to the other shoulder. It should have been more consistent that way. There's a few defects from the factory. Now, it's going to vary from figure to figure. That's not a huge deal, though. The other thing, though, is, and I know this isn't like a super high-end collectible. When this figure came out, I believe it was close to $25, maybe $30. I got this super cheap a while back ago. I actually bought two. In fact, you can buy them now on Amazon. I think every character in the set's like under $15, which is really good. Some of the gaps here are not as clean as I want, but like I said, for the money, it's not perfect, but it's a good bang for the buck, though. Some people are going to complain about the coloring. Maybe they don't like this tannish color. Some people like one that's a little bit more orange. Like I said, I can live with this. This to me is classic thing. If 90 Sing is your jam, pick this one up for sure. I'll leave a link down below where you can go ahead and pick it up for yourself off Amazon. Until then, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.